Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanam Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Narayanam Guru Vande Sharanyam Bhakta Bandhavam Gauramanovishnam Purnam Radhadasyam Pradayakam Rupandugacharya Varyam Urupamanjari Preshtakam Patita Pavana Karuniyam Yugacharya Narayanam Vanchakalupatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tuise Namaha Shama Sundara Shikanda Shekara Ismirahasara Murali Manohara Radhikara Sikamam Kripanide Supriya Charana Kinkarim Kuru Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Brindai Tulasi Devyai Priyai Keshava Sacha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavatyai Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I begin offering my most humble obeisances to the dust of the lotus feet of Paramaradhatama Sri Guru Pada Padamu Nitarila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pada Paramahamsa Paribrajacharya Ashtotara Sata Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj Srila Gurudev, and to my most worshipable Shiksha and Sannyasa Guru Nitarila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pada Ashtotara Sata Srimad Srila Bhakti Vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and to all Sri Rupano Gauriya Guru Varga, to all Tridandi Sannyasis, Brahmacharis, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, and to all the assembled devotees here today, my most respectful obeisances. So, by the causeless mercy of Srila Gurudeva and all Mahabhagavatas Acharyas, we are able to assemble here one more time. So today we are in the chapter 14, Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. Yoga through transcending the three modes of material nature. So in this chapter, Krishna is going to explain about the three gunas. But not only that, he also complements some of the subject from previous chapter, as he always does. He always like a little bit complement from every chapter in the next one. So verse number 1, Sri Bhagavan said, I shall impart to you further knowledge which transcends all other knowledge. The sages who have understood and followed these instructions have all attained ultimate liberation from bondage to the body. So in the commentary of Srila Gurudeva, he says, it is clear described in the 13th chapter that in saintly association, even an ordinary person can become liberated from the bondage of material existence by knowing the fundamental truth about the body and who reside within the body, Jiva and Paramatma. Remember from previous chapter, Kshetra, Kshetragya, Jnana, and Brahma, right? The field, the knower of the field, knowledge itself, and Brahma. Krishna explained in the previous chapter. So Gurudev is just summarizing that. So in this chapter 14, Bhagavan Shri Krishna extensively explains to his devotee Arjuna that the gunas are that the gunas are how they function. Krishna explains to his devotee Arjuna what the gunas are, how they function, how they bind the living entity, and how the living entity can attain the supreme destination by becoming free from them. With this knowledge, many saintly persons have attained perfection and reached the supreme destination. Even ordinary people have become transcendental to the modes of nature upon acquiring this knowledge, and they have attained the supreme status. So Krishna basically is explaining the nature of the trigunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas, and how to overcome them, and all the consequences of being bound by them and also overcoming them. Okay. Next is verse 3. O descendant of Bharat, the immense sum total of the material reality, Brahma, is my womb, which I impregnate with the seeds of the living entities, who are marginal by nature. It is from here that all souls take birth. So now Krishna is explaining a little bit about the origin of the souls. What he says is that all the living entities, here in the commentary, Srila Gurudev, he explains. This combination of Prakriti, material nature, and Purusha, the living entity, here Purusha means the living entity, not Krishna, happens only by the will of the Lord. The scorpion lays eggs in the pile of rice. People say that scorpions are born from rice, but in fact, rice is not the cause of the scorpion's birth. Scorpions are actually born from eggs. In the same way, the birth of the living entity is not caused by material nature. Bhagavan places the living entity, the seed, in the womb of material nature. But people think that the jiva is born from material nature. So here clearly Krishna explains these eggs, it is the soul itself. So Krishna is the father who gives the seed. There is a verse which will come in next, that Krishna says, I am the seed-giving father. So many people think that the material nature is creating the jivas. Therefore, they call Durga as mother, right? Durga Puja is coming next coming weeks. They say Durga is a mother, but she can never be mother. From any point of view, she cannot be mother. And one very strong point is that she's not our mother because we are not born out of Prakriti. We are not born out of material energy. We are born, actually we are unborn, but we are created. At the same time, we are eternal, but we are a part and parcel of God. We are Bhagavan's Vibhinamsa Tattva, part and parcel. So our mother and father is Krishna and not Durga. So from other perspective also, we can say that what is the nature of mother? To protect, to nourish, to give knowledge, to make you qualified. But what is the duty of Durga? Durga means the fortress, the place from where it's very difficult to escape. She's binding us into illusion. She's making us identify with our bodies. She's punishing us. So how is this can be mother? So from any sides to call Durga as a mother, I do not agree with that. It is only out of ignorance. One time also Srila Gurudev, he gave a very strong Harikatha in Varshana. And he was saying that some Pandas, they are telling that Radharani, she is Mateshwari. She's the supreme mother. But Gurudev, he cut that argument by saying that, no, how she can be mother? She's Sakhi. She's our girlfriend. She's our friend. She's not our mother. She has no even children. What to speak of us being her, children. But of course, this is Gurudev's sharp mood. But we can call Radharani as mother. And even there is in the prayer of Rupa Goswami, actually, calling Radharani as mother, as the universal mother, because she's actually the universal mother, because she's Adi Shakti. So she's our mother, not Durga. Okay, so in this way we can reconcile things. Let's move then verse number 4. O son of Kunti, the Mahad Brahma, immense material nature, is the mother of whose womb all the species of life, such as demigods and animals, are born, and I am the seed-giving father. So in other words, what Krishna is saying, the Mahad Brahma is what he calls this material world. This material world. So Krishna, he is impregnating. Means Krishna is sending these jivas into the material world. But we are already made. We are already made. Then verse 6. O sinless one, of these three modes, the quality of goodness is illuminating and free from vice due to its purity. It binds the living entity by attachment to happiness and knowledge. So, you see, all of us, we are conditioned by the three modes of material nature. But you can be conditioned to a good thing or to a bad thing. So how to be conditioned to happiness and knowledge? This is when you are in Sattva Guna. I mean, you cannot escape happiness. You'll be bound to be happy all the time because you are conditioned by that. Therefore, Krishna said it binds the living entity by attachment to happiness and knowledge. But this is also very dangerous because this is all material happiness and material knowledge. So we should not be bewildered by that, thinking that, oh, the goal of life is to be happy. No, the goal of life is not to be happy. The goal of life is to serve Krishna. Be you happy or not. Understand? We are talking about material happiness, right? So if you think that the goal of life is to be happy, then this is materialistic life. You do everything to enjoy. You do everything to be always in a superior position, like controlling everything. These people, they are in Sattva Guna, no problem. There are so many materialistic people in Sattva Guna. So don't mistake Sattva Guna by something spiritual. Not like that. Sattva Guna leads to a possibility of spirituality, but it is not a spirituality in itself. Because in Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna says, when you are established in Sattva Guna, then the desire for dharma manifests in the heart. But that dharma is the spirituality, not the Sattva Guna itself. Nowadays, we have so many people in the West, for example, they are practicing yoga, they are vegan, they are very happy and beautiful people because they are in Sattva Guna. But that has nothing to do of their spiritual awareness, their spiritual evolution, nothing to do. They can be completely materialistic, but in Sattva Guna. Okay? Then verse 7. O son of Kunti, know that the quality of passion manifests through attachment to sense objects and an intense hankering to enjoy them. It binds the embodied living entity by attachment to fruitive actions. So this is the condition of Rajaguna, mode of passion. You'll be always trying to enjoy. You become attached to sense objects. And this is actually the prominent condition of most of all human beings. Rajaguna predominates a lot. Even those who I've mentioned now, that they are more in Sattva Guna, it's not completely Sattva Guna. Complete Sattva Guna is very rare. Very rare. Because they are also attached to sense objects. They're also hankering to enjoy. So they have mixed of all these things. Then verse number 8 will speak about Tamaguna. O Bharat, know, however, that the quality of darkness, which is born of ignorance, is the cause of delusion for all living entities. It binds the embodied soul by carelessness, laziness, and sleep. Sleep. So this is also a major influence. Not in most of the people. We cannot say most of the people are in Tamaguna. Otherwise, the whole world would collapse. No one would work. No one would produce. No one would, maintain things. So Tamaguna is not prominent. Prominent is Rajaguna. Rajaguna is prominent. Rajaguna moves because Rajaguna is movement. So the world is run by Rajas. That's the nature of the world. It's run by Rajas. We need Raja to some extent, right? But people are like, oscillating, between tamas and sometimes sattva, but mostly between rajas and tamas, they are oscillating. Then verse 9. O Bharat, the quality of goodness generates attachment to happiness, and the quality of passion generates attachment to fruitive work. But the quality of ignorance covers all knowledge and binds one to madness. Madness. So the result of Tamaguna is madness. Therefore, we cannot say that majority is in Tamaguna, as I just mentioned, because not everyone is ending up in madness. But definitely, 99% is attached to fruitive work. That's for sure. And very few can experiment happiness. They can experiment balance in life. Very few. We can see around us how many successful people do we know? Have we met? Like that matches all like the good standards, It's very, very less. Very, very less. Then he continues in the coming shlokas, describing so many different, aspects of the three gunas. I'm not going to read all this. I'm going to make it short and jump to the verse 15. Krishna says, one who gives up the body when the mode of passion is predominant takes a human birth among those attached to fruitive work, while the one who dies under the predominance of the mode of ignorance takes birth among animals and other such ignorant species. So this is the evidence. Krishna is saying that next birth as a human is not guaranteed. If you are in Tamaguna, you're born as animal or even worse than that. Vegetables, trees, fungus, bacteria, whatever that may suit your karma. So if you are predominantly in Rajaguna, you come as human being. The next verse, he will say that if you leave the body in Sataguna, then you go to heavenly planets, to Swarga, Mahar, Tapa, Janaloka, all this. This is very rare. Verse 18. Those situated in the mode of goodness go to the higher celestial planets. Those in the mode of passion remain as human beings within the earth planet. And those in the mode of ignorance, being absorbed in laziness, madness, and so forth, descend to the lower planets. So Krishna, he gives here another destination. He's saying that to those who are in Tamaguna, they can descend to lower planets. They can even take forms of lives like reptilians, nagas, like the snake type of people. So many different types of tamasic bodies, like rakshasas, pisachis, asuras of all sorts. That is tamasic. Means hellish planet. Hellish type of planets. It's not hell itself, it's hellish planets. Okay, it's a different thing. All the talas means the inferior planets. Patala, Sutala, Talatala, Vitalam, all these, they are not actually hell. They're just hellish type of planets. But hell is below that. Verse 19. When the living entity does not see any agent of action besides the three modes of material nature, and when he realizes the spirit soul to be transcendental to those modes, he fully attains pure devotion to me. Now Krishna is describing the benefit of transcending the three modes. What will happen when you realize that the spirit soul, Atma, is transcendental to these three modes of nature, means it's nirguna. Nirguna means without gunas. What is the nature of the soul? This is called Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma. The purest type of sattva. But sattva not material sattva, transcendental sattva. This is called Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma. So after realizing that, then you can attain pure devotion towards Krishna. Then verse 20. After transcending these three binding qualities, which are the cause of the material body, the embodied living entities attains freedom from the bondage of birth, death, old age, and other miseries, and he attains liberation. Then you become liberated. Means you never return to this material world. Then moving on, this chapter is quite simple also. Verse 26. One who renders service with one-pointed devotion to me, in my form as Shama Sundar, can transcend these three binding influences of material nature and become qualified to realize Brahma, my spiritual nature. So here Krishna is saying that only by practicing bhakti, you can transcend the three modes of material nature. Only. There is also one very famous verse in which Krishna says that only if you take shelter of him, you can cross the ocean of Maya. So in this way, by only practicing bhakti, you can become purified from the influence of the three modes of material nature. Then verse 27. It's also a famous verse. Brahmano hi pratishtaham amritasya yasya cha sashvatasya cha dharmasya shukasya yekantikasya cha. I alone am the basis of that undifferentiated impersonal Brahma and the sole refuge of everlasting immortality, eternal dharma, and the transcendental bliss of prema arising from one-pointed pure devotion. Actually, this verse is complementing the previous chapter, where Krishna describes about Brahma. So now he says, I am the basis of that undifferentiated impersonal Brahma. You remember in previous chapter, Krishna said that Brahma is the effulgence that is coming from my body, right? I am the basis of Brahma. Now he's again saying that with more details. He said, I am the basis of that impersonal Brahma. And also the eternal dharma. What is eternal dharma? Nitya dharma. This is bhakti, prema bhakti. And also transcendental bliss of prema arising from one-pointed pure devotion. Yes. So in this way, this is the end of this chapter. As I told, this chapter is very simple and very also short. So once you are incarnated, you are under the influence of the three modes of material nature. But then by adopting a sattvic lifestyle, gradually by and by, desire to perform bhakti will manifest. Then you begin to practice bhakti, and that will establish you in sattva guna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, in the first canto, I think second chapter, the questions between Shaunaka Rishi and Sutta Goswami. Sutta Goswami also explains that. He says that as soon as Sattva-guna is established in the heart, and the modes of passion and ignorance are removed, and also all the material lust, anger, everything is also going to be removed. And then the desire to perform bhakti will manifest. And then, of course, not completely removed, tama and rajas, but mostly removed. And then by practicing bhakti, you are going to become purified from the influence of the three of them, including sattva. And then you graduate to Shuddha Sattva. And then to Vishuddha Sattva. And then Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma. This is Bhava, the stage of Bhava. Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma Prema Suryam Shushamya Bhak. Ruchibis Chitta Mazrinya Kridasho Bhava Uchate. Bhava is that first rays of the sun of Prema, which soothes the heart, softens the heart, the chitta, not the heart, the chitta. Ruchivis chitta mazrniya. It softens it melts the chitta. And when it melts the chitta, what happens? Then desire, taste for relishing Krishna's pastimes manifest in the heart. So this is bhav. So the nature of bhav is Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma. This is Sattva in general means existence. Okay? So Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma means that the most pure state of existence, which is actually non-different from the manifestation of prema itself. Because existence is not something empty like the Buddhist people think. Existence is the very nature of prema, because only prema exists in the spiritual world. Everything is made out of prema. There is no point of existence without prema. Prema is the sole cause of existence. This is love, right? So, and that is present in the heart of the eternal associates of Radha and Krishna. So this Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma, this pure existence, this pure love and attachment, and this seva vritti, this tendency to serve, and be one pointed to Radha and Krishna, this is reflecting, this is coming out of the heart of the eternal associates, like the sun of prema. So every heart of every associate is like a sun, the sun of prema. So from their hearts, these rays are coming, and then that will touch your heart. When that ray of prema touches your heart, then bhav manifests. And what is inside of these rays of prema? Samvit and Ladini combined. A combination of the Samvit potency and Ladini potency means prema potency, Ananda potency, Ladini, and then Samvit. Samvita means consciousness, knowledge. This is the chitta aspect. And what is that? Sambandha jnana. And what will happen when this both combined, mix in your heart, in your chitta? That gives you the revelation of your soul, of your identity, who you are. This is Krishna consciousness. And automatically, as Patanjali says, when you contemplate your own Swarupa in the mirror of the Chitta, then there, just beside you, is your Ishtadeva. So it's just that both are coming and manifested together at the same time. There is no difference. There is no means separation between them. So in this way, automatically, this ray of prema activates the prema in our soul, and then we will manifest this. Then our heart is melting. Understand? Is it clear for everyone? In a simple way, this is the process. Therefore, as Krishna already mentioned in the 10th chapter of this Gita, that those who are performing Raganuga Bhakti, they are most dear to me. They are the topmost devotees, those who are performing Raganuga Bhakti. Raganuga Bhakti means what? Means to follow under the guidance, to follow the footsteps, to be inspired by the eternal associates who have Ragatmika Bhakti towards Radha and Krishna. What is Ragatmika Bhakti? This is the natural, spontaneous, loving attraction that the eternal associates have for Radha and Krishna. So to be inspired and try to love like they love Radha and Krishna, this is to be Raganuga. To be under the guidance. Anuga means guidance. To be under the guidance of the Raga. Raga means the Ragatmika Jan. So this is Raganuga Bhakti. And how are we going to manifest that desire? How that will come? That is by listening to Harikatha. There is one verse in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which says, how is that? Oh my God, I remember. So the half part goes, Tatat Katara Sascha Sukuryad Vasam Braje Sada. I'm forgetting the first two lines. Anyway, the verse says that by hearing this Harikatha with some specific leelas, in the same mood that you aspire to achieve, that will create greed in your heart to also serve like those eternal associates. So by hearing those pastimes, this is going to, Krishna smaram janam chasa nija prishta samhitam. Krishna smaram janam chasa nija prishta samhi. Nija prishta means the eternal associates who are very dear to Krishna. So if you want to remember Krishna smaram janam chasa, if you want to perform Raganuga Bhakti, you have to remember Krishna along with his Jana. Jana means his eternal associates. Who are they? Radha Krishna, Radharani and the Manjaris, the Gopis, the Sakhis. That is in our line. We are not going to remember him with Subala Sakha and Madhu Mangala and Arjuna Kinkini and others. No. Also not with Jashoda and Nanda and all these things. No. Or with the queens of Dwaraka, or with Arjuna and Yudhishthir Maharaj in the Kurukshetra. No. In Dwaraka. No. So Krishna is maram janad nija prishta samitam tatat katara saschasu kuryad vasam rajasada. In this way, you should always reside in Braj and always hear Harikatha about those pastimes that you also want to one day serve in the same fashion, in the same way.